Here's everything I did on my 10-day trip to Italy. I landed in Florence at 10 a.m., and since I was only spending one night here, my day was just wandering around, eating lots of food, gelato, and seeing the outdoor sights. I hiked up to the famous sunset spot, and even though it was busy, I was able to find some quieter areas. I even found a railing to sit on during the sunset. Next up was a train to Cinque Terre, where I had this amazing view from my Airbnb. My first day was just exploring this picturesque town of Riomaggiore. Not many people will walk this far up in Riomaggiore, but you can get some amazing views if you do. Even though it's rocky, Riomaggiore does have a beach where you can go swimming. The next day I did a hike from Vernazza to Monterosso. I chose this hike because it does have really amazing views. You do want to get there early, somewhere between 9 and 10 a.m. Make sure you're wearing proper shoes. It was a little bit tricky in some spots, so I would recommend shoes that have a good grip. Do not wear open-toed shoes. It is dangerous for you and others, and you will be fined. There's not a whole lot of shade on this hike, so make sure you're prepared with sunscreen and plenty of water. By starting in Vernazza, you're going up less stairs than you would if you start in Monterosso. And ending at Monterosso Beach is the best way to cool down after the hike. The next day, I took the pesto making class at Nessun Dorma. This was really one of my favorite travel experiences I've ever had, and I've never tasted pesto this good. After Cinque Terre, I headed off to Venice, which ended up being my favorite place in Italy. People who complain it's too crowded never ever leave San Marco. I stayed in San Polo and loved spending my time wandering around the streets of Venice. The city is so beautiful and there's something really magical about it. And I looked forward to my afternoon cicchetti. I did wander over to San Marco for a tour of St. Mark's Basilica. I also stopped at a nearby park after my tour was over. I also checked out the Acqua Alta bookstore, but honestly it was so busy that I didn't really care for it. I did spend a full day heading over to the islands of Murano and Burano. Murano is known for their glass blowing, so I picked up a Christmas ornament here, but the colorful village of Burano was my favorite. There are tons of artist shops here, and it was just really enjoyable to wander around. My last stop on my trip was Rome, and one of the most unique things I did here was go to this Capuchin crypt. There's multiple rooms where the bones of friars were organized in a really beautiful artistic way. This place was not busy in the summer and was a great way to escape the heat too. Of course, I did a Colosseum tour, and I would recommend adding on the arena floor to your ticket. Learning about the history was really interesting, even though this isn't one of my favorite wonders of the world. I think it's definitely worth taking the guided tour. I might get the pronunciation wrong on this next one, but I did visit the Doria Pampili. This palace and gallery was unbelievably beautiful. This was one great place to escape the crowds in Rome during the summer. I just bought my ticket when I arrived. And the last thing I did in Rome was a bar crawl, which was super fun, and I'll have all the tours I took linked in my bio.